Thunderbolts, the darkest moment in MCU history revealed. Chuck Zlotnick / Marvel Studios. Warning, major spoilers ahead for Thunderbolts. Let's be honest, we've been down this road before, haven't we? Every time a new Marvel Cinematic Universe movie hits the theaters, we hear the same old tune about how this one is going to be groundbreaking, something we've never seen before. And then, before we know it, the next film comes along, and we're singing the same praises again, as if we've all forgotten what came before. It's a cycle that feels as old as time, fueled by both fans and critics, and honestly, it started to feel a bit stale a long time ago. But here comes Thunderbolts, arriving at a pivotal moment in the MCU's journey. The magic spell has finally been broken, and we've all come to realize that Marvel needs to earn our applause these days. Against all odds, this underdog team-up film doesn't just stand out as one of the best entries in the franchise in recent memory. It also dives into some surprisingly dark and profound themes that many of us might not have anticipated. In fact, I'd argue that Thunderbolts contains the darkest moment we've ever seen in the MCU. Yes, I know there are those who might raise an eyebrow at that claim. After all, didn't we witness half the universe being wiped out in Avengers: Infinity War? So, what makes Thunderbolts deserving of such a heavy title? Well, there's a particular scene in the final act that starts off like your typical superhero moment, only to take a shocking turn that leaves you reeling. It's a gut-wrenching twist that not only demoralizes our heroes, but also delivers a punch to the audience's gut, and it's undeniably the darkest moment in the MCU to date. A heroic moment turns into heartbreak. Marvel Studios, at its core, Thunderbolts is about overcoming our greatest challenges to become who we're truly meant to be. Yet, it knows exactly when to twist the knife. While Florence Pugh's Yelena Belova takes center stage as the lead, it's actually Alexei Shostakov, aka the Red Guardian, played by David Harbour, who embarks on one of the most poignant journeys in the film. Previously portrayed as a deadbeat dad, Alexei starts off in a pretty dismal place when his adopted daughter Yelena visits him after a long absence. Determined to reconnect, he spends much of the film on the sidelines, until he's faced with a moment that could define his redemption. In a climactic scene late in Thunderbolts, after Lewis Pullman's Bob transforms into the menacing Void, the long-forgotten Red Guardian finds himself in the thick of the action, confronted with a life-altering choice: flee to save himself or risk it all to save others. He chooses the path of true heroism, stepping up to protect lives in a war-torn New York City. When he spots a little girl in danger, about to be crushed by debris, he heroically takes the hit to shield her. It's a beautiful culmination of his emotional arc, until the Void, lurking above, mercilessly turns her and everyone nearby into a shadow with a flick of his wrist, erasing all the good our heroes have done and leaving us with a heavy pit in our stomachs. The power of a small moment. Chuck Zlotnick / Marvel Studios. In a world where Marvel and its competitors have been trying to recapture the magic of 2012's The Avengers, the real secret has been hiding in plain sight, and it's Thunderbolts that finally brings it to light. While films like Avengers, Age of Ultron, and the epic Infinity War / Endgame duology aim to go bigger and louder, often with mixed results, director Jake Schreier's film takes a different approach. By focusing on a group of antihero misfits, it delivers a fresh perspective that resonates deeply. The moment when the little girl is shadowed out of existence elicited genuine gasps from the audience I watched it with, and it's easy to see why. Instead of expanding the story's scope, Thunderbolts zooms in on specific instances where innocent lives are at stake, making those moments hit much harder. Watching faceless crowds in danger can feel overwhelming, but seeing a beloved character fail to save one specific person strikes a much more emotional chord. The simplicity of this approach is what makes it so impactful. It's clear why Red Guardian feels compelled to atone for his past by saving others, just as it's evident why Bob lashes out as the Void. When their emotional journeys converge on the life of one innocent child, it's no wonder the moment feels so devastating, or why it's such a relief when she, along with the others, is ultimately brought back. Let's hope this serves as a lesson for the future of the MCU. With the Fantastic Four, first steps on the horizon, it seems poised to take a similarly nuanced approach. But with the crossover extravaganza Avengers, Doomsday looming, who knows what direction things will take? Here's hoping Kevin Feige remembers what made Thunderbolts such a refreshing breath of fresh air. Thunderbolts is now playing in theaters.